Welcome to Future of Flushing. I'm Vito and With me is Jonathan Barron. To my left is Jonah Tong. How has your experience been in the system so far? How do you like being with the Mets?
It's phenomenal. It's really just a dream come true. I mean, any kid in my position would say that. You know, since playing baseball when you were a kid, it's like this is what you've always dreamed of doing, and I'm just really excited to be a part of it.
Mets drafted you 2022. What were your first impressions of the Mets organization when you got here? How excited were you to know that you were going to be joining the Mets organization? Or should I say maybe organization?
That's funny, I like that. I mean, again, it's a dream come true. I didn't really know where I was going to go, and I was extremely happy when I got picked by the Mets. I had a really good relationship with their area scout. And then when I first came here, I just realized PSL is just kind of a place for me. It's pretty quiet, and everybody here loves baseball. And it's a great culture. And
now, your curveball, when you got drafted, RPMs were about 2,800. Mm-hmm. Since then, you've got it up a little. What's it been like developing that thing even more? Because it was pretty nasty to start with.
It's been definitely a process. Like any other pitch and any other thing you really do, there's a lot of ups and downs, but it's just been fine-tuning some things, and it's honestly been a lot of fun trying to figure that side from the data side.
And this year was your first year of pro ball. Started a little bit slow with some injuries, but you got going and you were great. Just talk about your season as a whole.
The main thing is I got my foot in the door, which is the most important thing going this season. It's been a huge development year for me. And I knew that coming in, no matter results, just getting our feet wet and getting used to different sets of competition, especially because players here are just amazing. They really are. This is the cream of the crop, and you've always dreamed of playing everybody here. So I'm really proud of myself. Obviously, there's some up and down, but that's baseball, and you just got to adjust to it.
And this isn't the first Mets team you've played for, correct?
No.
You played for the Toronto Mets, which is not affiliated with the Mets whatsoever, but just happens to be a baseball academy in Toronto named after the Mets that also use pretty similar branding, not to blow their spot up.
Yeah, it's I got a text from our directors, Rich Leach and Ryan McBride, and they're like, you just won't need to trade any of your clothes and you can just bring it to the field. So I had a good laugh about that. No, but it's kind of a funny coincidence. My parents always tell me that every time I come home, so.
That's funny. So, like Vito said, Toronto Mets, obviously Canada. That explains why I said organization at the top of the interview. I feel like that was kind of without context, didn't make any sense, so I had to get that out there. But as a Canadian, hockey, where do we stand on the sport? Did you grow up playing it?
So my parents never let me play it because they thought I'd get too hurt because I was extremely small.
Okay.
But then actually just this past year, I went to a hockey game with my girlfriend for the first time, and I'm like, I really don't want to go to a hockey game. I don't like hockey, which is, I know I'm Canadian, but I'm not a big hockey guy. I went, and it was probably the coolest experience I ever had. Just watching hockey was so entertaining, and it was just like it had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. So I'm officially a hockey fan now.
Okay.
And sadly, I know after this past season, I am a Leafs fan.
I was going to ask.
I mean, there's always next year, Leafs forever.
They've been saying that for a while, you know. Over 50 years they've been saying that in Toronto.
I'll jump on the train. That's all right.
Maybe Jonah Tong's the fan that changes the mojo with the Leafs. They haven't won the Cup since 67, 68. So.
That's what I'm saying. It's
yeah, it's been a long time.
It's okay.
All right.
We'll get there.
You're better off not knowing the past, honestly.
For sure.
You brought up your parents.
Yes.
Your parents actually met playing baseball, correct?
They played softball in a church league that they, their entire friend group was from there. So, yeah, it's awesome.
So it's like it's in you. Like you would not be here if it was not for baseball.
For sure, I guess, in some way, for sure.
Maybe if they met playing hockey, you would have actually started watching hockey sooner.
Possibly. Possibly.
Well, your parents are both athletes. Your dad played hockey. Your sister's an athlete as well. So who is the best athlete in the Tong family?
I'm going to have to say my second eldest sister, Morgan.
Okay.
She was just unbelievable. She was a gymnast for her entire life and played soccer for a majority of that too. So she played both sports. I mean, someone you always look up to, especially from an athletics standpoint. And again, my older sister also played softball, so I used to play catch with her all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just awesome seeing her grow up and play that, and I just kind of idolized them both for what they did.
Now, let's talk a little bit about you on the baseball field again. Right now, 18 innings pitched, you've had 33 strikeouts, correct?
Correct.
So you're almost striking out 2 players per inning. What's it feel like every time you get a strikeout?
Honestly, the first one, like I could not feel my entire body throughout that first appearance. It was just kind of like an out-of-body experience. But after that, it's just kind of second nature, I guess. My goal out there is to do the best I can for the team, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to help the team as best I possibly can, whether that's strikeouts or pop flies or ground outs. I mean, strikeouts always look nice because they're prettier, but as long as the team wins, that's all that really matters.
And is there any pitcher who throws a curveball that you would try to model yourself after? And have you reached out to any of the curveball pitchers out there yet?
So I have not. The only person I really talked to with regards to my breaking ball as of recently was Calvin Ziegler, because we're both over the top. Obviously, he throws a spike and I throw mine a little more traditional, but it was honestly just me and my dad looking at footage from anybody we possibly could on YouTube and trying to build together what you're supposed to be feeling. And after that, it was just, okay, now we got our grip. Just throw it and see what happens and keep developing as we go.
Well, you and Calvin, two young, exciting Canadian prospects, and I think that is a perfect transition to a little game that we want to play called A or Nay with you. So I'm going to get my phone out because I wrote down some names.
Oh, boy.
And what we're going to do is we're going to name a celebrity, and you are going to tell us either A, they are Canadian, or nay, they are not Canadian. So very simple. You good? You ready?
Oh, as ready as ever.
All right, here we go. All right. Jim Carrey, A or nay?
Whoa, I think that's an A.
That is an A. Jim Carrey is Canadian. 1 for 1. Celine Dion, A or nay?
Nay.
Oh, Celine is famously Canadian, French Canadian.
Told you.
That's
I'm
a
really
big
not
one.
good at this.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
I know my mom's going to be mad at me for that one.
Currently, all over the movies, all over the media, very popular guy, Ryan Gosling.
Nay.
He's an A. He's
Big old
Canadian.
Canadian.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm really bad at this.
All right. Comedy guy, Seth Rogen.
A.
Yeah.
That's correct. All right, now we're going to take it to the ice.
Oh, no.
You definitely saw him at your first Maple Leafs game. Austin Matthews.
Nay.
American boy. Yeah. All right, we got 2 more for you. Famous DJ, Deadmau5.
I'm going to say nay on that one.
Oh, he's Canadian.
He's from Toronto.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's from the 6.
Dude, he sells a sick Toronto Raptors jersey that has his helmet on it.
Well, I'll have to take a look at this after this.
We got 1 more.
Played for Team Canada, Freddie Freeman.
His parents were, but he wasn't.
Correct. There you
Nice.
go. There you go.
I
yeah.
tried to throw you off, too.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was a tricky one.
Yeah.
But we technically call him A because now he's officially Canadian.
I guess.
Half.
Well, no, we claim
Like
him.
the
It's
letter
okay.
A and no Y.
We'll claim him. It's
That's
okay.
a TH, but. All right, well, thank you for playing our first ever installment of A or Nay. That was fun. We got 1 more good question for you before we let you go. When Jonah Tong makes the MLB debut, he's on the mound taking his warm-ups. What's the song going to be playing?
Oh,
Everyone reacts that way.
honestly could not tell you.
Celine Dion, maybe?
Elaine Morissette.
I'm going to have to say Celine Dion now.
You should go Celine.
I think I should just for this.
Did you say Elaine Morissette?
Is that not her name?
It's Alana. It's not Elaine.
Alanis Morissette?
It's Alanis Morissette.
She's Canadian, by the way.
I would not have known that.
I didn't really. I just kind of learned it for her too, so don't feel bad. But all right, Jonah Tong, thanks so much for taking some time. Appreciate it.